Whoa, what's up, guys? Need to jump on here about some craziness going on with Alec Baldwin and the set of Rust. I think it's called Rust. Did a little research because I wanted to talk about it. You guys know I'm not big into the news. My wife brought it up. She's like, "Did you hear what happened to Alec Baldwin?" I was like, "Nope." And she told me, and I dug in a little bit, and it just got so much worse. Ugh. Horrible. So let's dig into this. All right, guys. So first, just want to say thank you for just not telling me that I uploaded an unedited video yesterday. That was super cool of you guys. You thought I did it on purpose. After watching, I was like, man, fuck it, send it. But I missed the song. I missed the theme song in the beginning. So I redid it and then reposted it. So sorry if you had to watch that twice. But, you know, things happen. Busy guy, make mistakes, my bad. So, but let's break down this Alec Baldwin deal. Holy cow. So many things that went wrong here, right? First of all, obviously him not knowing weapon safety was like my main thing. So when I first started like digging into it, it's like, all right, so clearly Alec Baldwin doesn't know weapon safety, right? That's going to be the initial key. But there's more to it than that. So there's a chick named Gutierrez Reed who was made the head armorer of the production Rust. So her job is essentially overall set weapon safety. Guys, this story actually is about to blow your mind. It's so much more ridiculous than it sounds. First of all, I just want to say I feel terrible for the loss of the actress. She was a mother. It's horrible. I feel bad for the the Baldwin for that is experiencing this. He shouldn't be in this position. He really shouldn't. As an actor, for a set person to hand you the gun and tell you it's cold, because the director that got shot apparently kept saying, "Oh, I just kept hearing him say it's cold," which means the gun is unloaded. It sucks for Alec, who's the one that has to now live with those consequences, right? But he should have checked. He knows that. I'm sure he's regretting the shit out of not checking now. But let's break this down a little bit, because there were so many clues leading up to this point that should have prevented this from happening. And most, if not all of those things, land on the shoulder of this Gutierrez Reed person, who's a 24-year-old that was in charge of weapon safety, and she was the head armorer, as they call it, on set, apparently. And mind you that this 24-year-old was self-admittedly underexperienced for the position. The part that really irritates me is Hollywood. Is there not enough veterans out there that need work that you could have hired that actually know a thing about guns, that you pick a 24-year-old person with zero weapon experience? From what I've researched, like she was self-admittedly underprepared for the role, didn't know what she was doing. Why? But let's break it down. So there's a couple things, red flags right out the start before we get to our major red flags. The first red flag is there's a plinking range on site. So already we're in super dangerous territory. We have a live range where people are shooting on the site, the same site, to where people are shooting the same guns at each other. That's a huge issue. And I have to make I have to make the difference there, right? Because let's say we had a plinking range that was AR-15s only, but we're all shooting handguns. All right, so now we're not crossing our live range to our set guns, right? But on this set, they're using the same guns on the plinking range as they are on set. So red flag number one, that's a huge safety concern. I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. But I'm saying is once you do that, you've increased the level of safety, or you've decreased the level of safety dramatically. So you need to increase the level of experience to manage that kind of situation. So how would I have done that? Being a Green Beret, I would have had probably a bunch of Green Berets, I would have called my friends and be like, hey, we have to run this properly. Let's do this. Safety, safety, safety. I'm in charge of this. So guys, let's be Green Berets and let's do this right. The plinking range, I think, is important for actors to get on the plinking range and maybe practice so they know what the guns are actually like. There would have been no fun plinking range. Like, you're not going to go just shoot guns and have fun during downtime with the same weapons that they're using on set. I just think that's a stupid way to go about it, but that's fine. So one person would have checked, one Green Beret experienced gun person would have been responsible for the entrance of the range, and he would have checked every weapon system going in and every weapon system going out. He could have logged the weapon systems going in, logged them going out, whatever system he wants to do to make sure all live ammunition stays on the range, to make sure that any weapon system leaving the range is obviously cleared. There would have been multiple levels of safety in place. One of those from the range safety person to brief actors as to how to properly clear their weapon systems. In no circumstances is it ever okay, ever, to hand someone a weapon and say it's clear. No, absolutely not. You are always responsible. So as the head armor of that set, everyone would have been briefed. I don't give a shit if you're the fucking John Travolta, best actor, the lead guy, or the fucking director. You do not accept a weapon without clearing it. So we're going to have a quick class on how to clear these weapon systems. They're revolvers from what it looked like because it's a period set, and they were supposed to be pretty accurate as far as the timepieces for those. So people are going to need to know how to manipulate those weapon systems and how to clear them. So there would have obviously been a bunch of set rules. I would have someone I trust in charge of the range to separate those things. But here's the kicker, guys. This is the part that really pisses me off about Gutierrez. Before the shooting, there was two negligent discharge on set. That's right, fucking two. Not one, two. 2 times a weapon system accidentally went off on set before the shooting. What the fuck is she doing in charge of that position? 2 times an ND has already happened. You know what would have happened if all systems failed and a Green Beret is in charge of that, any Green Beret, and an ND happened? All hell would have broke loose. The plink range would have been shut down. It wouldn't even have to have been an ND. It could be someone flagging somebody, just poor weapon safety from anyone's part. You lose your freedoms, right? So we're at the highest level with allowing the set to have a plinking range and shooting live ammunition. The minute I see safety violations, you lose that set. That's the first thing to go because it's clearly dangerous. So the first ND, the first negligent discharge happens on set. What happens? Still got a plinking range. You're still, mixing live ammunition on set. You have, according to one of the reports, there was a ton of live ammunition all over the set. I'm telling you, all hell would have broke loose from the part of a Green Beret. They would be like, all live ammo, scrub the whole fucking set. I would have put one guy in charge of running around the entire set looking for live ammo as if, and I'll fucking, listen, you that makes no money, I'll pay you $100 for fucking round to go find every round on this set. Look through everything, find everything. The whole set just lost live round privileges. The plinking range goes away. I mean, we're under like strict protocol at this point, like level fucking 10 if there's an ND on set. That should have been indicator number 1. But then it happens twice. You have a negligent discharge on your set. So that means that head armorer should have been fired fucking immediately. She should have been fired after the first ND. Improper weapon safety, should have taken it to like level 10 safety, diss the plinking range, start collecting all live ammo, make sure that it's all being tracked and monitored. If you have to do a shoot with live ammo, do the shoot, Green Beret counts it. You done with the shoot? Yes, thank you. Take our live ammo back, make sure we have every single one, logging, and putting that shit away. It's not that fucking difficult to be in charge of safety on a range. It's a Bravo's main thing. That's what we do. But everyone on a team knows how to be fucking safe. And then, so number 2 happens and nothing changes, which leads into number 3. Apparently the live weapon was put onto a cart. Now, I'm assuming that cart was for cleared weapon systems. And the Gutierrez chick, according to this news report that I read, is the one that put it on the cart. So you're the head of weapon safety. You're the weapons expert, and you put it on the cart saying that it was cleared. Someone else picked it up and said, hey, is this cold? And then handed it to the actor. He's practicing his cross draw and then shoots it off. I think he hits the director in the arm and then shoots the actress in the stomach. Fucking horrible situation. But there's so many failures in weapon safety, it's unbelievable. Like 2 previous NDs on set, and you didn't shut the whole fucking, you didn't fire her immediately? Like, what is going on? And then her not having safety protocols in place to where every actor knows, hey, we have live guns. It's very important that you know how to manipulate your live gun, not only for safety, but for the authenticity of the role. How are you going to be a gun shooter and a fucking lead slinger, and you don't even know how to safety check your weapon or how to manipulate your weapon system? If you hand anybody a weapon, let me go grab one of my guns. So I got my gun, got my Glock, right? You hand any Green Beret or any weapons guy a gun, the first thing they're doing, checking for source of feed. They're dumping their mag. So first thing I do, you hand me the gun, you're like, hey man, it's unloaded. I'm like, yeah, cool story. Dump my mag. I don't have a mag with me. Dump my mag, lock my bolt to the rear, and I'm doing a 3-point check. So I'm checking the chamber, and you have to actually check in that chamber, make sure your chamber's clear and there's no round that got stuck and the extractor didn't pull the round out of the chamber. I'm checking the chamber. I'm checking my bolt face. And that's so over exaggerated, but we do that as Bravos every time. Chamber, bolt face, magazine well, to make sure my magazine well is clear, any obstructions, no rounds in there. We do not fucking play. I know that my weapon system is clear. If I hand it to anybody, they repeat that process. I don't give a shit if they just watched me do that. You hand me my gun, make sure I have no magazine in it, drop my magazine, lock my bolt to the rear, and I do my 3-point check. 1, 2, 3. Hand him the gun. He's going to take it, and if it's already in this configurement, he's going to do his 3-point check. 1, 2, 3. He drops it, does a dry fire, hands it back to me. I don't care if I just watched him fucking do the dry fire and hand it back to me. Check for the mag, lock my bolt to the rear, do my 3-point over-exaggerated check so I feel confident. The minute this leaves my hands, it needs to be rechecked by anybody else. Guys, it's sad. And I don't mean to like just fucking hammer on being pissed off, but at the same time, it's fucking tragic, dude. A woman just lost her life, which was supposed to be on a safe set. And now, imagine being the one that pulled that trigger. That's on your hands, dude. He's going to have some serious psychological issues for the rest of his life, without a doubt, man. It's horrible. So, just wanted to jump on here. Maybe I'll throw this one on unedited so we can make up for the last one, and it'll just be my thing. But my prayers go out to that family. I'm sorry for your loss. It's fucking horrible. It's tragic. And yeah, we got to do better than that. So all you Hollywood people out there that are so afraid of guns, listen, if you're going to do movies about guns and you're going to touch guns, you don't have to fucking go buy them, but get to the range, learn how to be safe with them, hire people with actual experience to be in charge of weapon safety, and take this shit serious. You can't just be fucking anti-gun all the time. Anti-gun, they're disgusting. Oh, but we'll make movies on them. Oh, but we'll put them in our films. Oh, we'll give them to our actors. We'll have plinking ranges on set. The fuck? Get it together. Either figure out how to use a gun properly or Take your anti-gun sentiment and don't touch them ever, ever, ever. Don't put them in your movies. Don't manipulate them. Don't give them to people. Don't have other people bring them on set. Stay away from them. Or learn how to use them safely, because that's fucking tragic. All right, rant over. Sorry, guys. Talk to you next time.